Welcome to the DISYS Concur for Consultant Training Expense module. Open your web browser and go to www.concursolutions.com. Enter your email address, the one you use to set up your PeopleSoft information, and on your first login, use the password WELCOME, all lowercase. When you log in for the first time, you will be directed to the Change Password screen. Enter WELCOME as the old password and create a new password that you can easily remember. You will also be required to enter a password clue. Click Submit. You can also change your password at any time by accessing your profile using the icon on the top right of the screen. From the profile options, select Change Password. After changing your password, go to Personal Information. Scroll down the page and enter as much information as possible, especially your home address, contact information, emergency contact, and travel preferences. Verify your email address. Click Verify. Once you click Verify, an email will be sent to you and an Enter Code field will appear. When the email arrives from Concur, copy the verification code from the email and paste it in the field above. Click OK. Once your email is verified, you can send receipts to Concur via email and they will be stored in your account for use when you do your expenses. This slide summarizes the DISYS expense process that is explained in this presentation. Click Expense on the top menu to open the expense portion of Concur. The Manage Expenses screen appears. Click Create a new report. Make sure you create a new report as soon as your travel charges appear in Concur, even if the trip is not scheduled until later. Save the report with the expenses attached as shown in this training so that it is ready to complete and submit within 15 days of concluding the trip. When you create a new expense report, the first step is to create the report header. All fields with a red stripe on the left are required. The first 6 fields are auto-populated based on your Concur profile. Accept the default value in the project field unless you have multiple projects. In that case, use the drop-down list to select the appropriate project. Note, if you do not see your appropriate client's name/project code, please send an email to your HRBP. Enter report name and comment. Select trip end date using the calendar icon. Enter a business purpose. Select a billable/chargeable option. With few exceptions, all expenses should be chargeable to the project and billable to the client. Click Next. All available expenses will appear in this pane once they are cleared through Amex. To attach charges to the expense report, select Charge by clicking within the checkbox in front of the charge. Click Move to attach the charges to the report. It is important you separate reports from charges that are billed to different projects and to separate billable and non-billable charges. For example, you took 2 trips for 2 projects you worked on and purchased equipment that you can be reimbursed for but that cannot be billed to the client/project. You should submit 3 separate expense reports, one for each trip and one for the non-billable charges. Once the charges are attached to the report, any exceptions will be displayed. The primary exception you will see is a yellow circle with an exclamation point. This icon indicates a receipt is required for this charge. Before explaining how to attach a receipt, this training will show you how to create a new expense for an out-of-pocket cost and attach it to your report. Click New Expense and the expense type list appears on the right. Scroll through the list to select the type of expense you wish to enter. As you use Concur, the Recently Used Expense Types section populates. Enter information in all required fields indicated by the red stripe on the left. The expense type will carry through from the selection you made on the previous screen. Enter the transaction date. The business purpose is carried over from the header information. Enter the vendor. New expenses will be out-of-pocket expenses. Enter the amount of the charge. The remaining required fields will be auto-populated by the header. Click Save. Once you click Save, the charges appear on the left-hand side under the report name. You are now ready to attach the receipt. There are a number of ways to attach a receipt to an expense. From the Receipts drop-down menu, select View Available Receipts. When your account is set up to accept electronic receipts, they will be stored in the Concur Receipt Gallery. You can also take a picture of your receipts using the Concur mobile app or scan and save them to your computer. You can place scanned receipts in the gallery by emailing them to receipts@concur.com. Make sure you set up your account to receive electronic receipts to have them fed automatically into Concur. To attach a receipt from the gallery to an expense, click and drag the receipt image to the appropriate charge. You can also attach the receipt by selecting the expense and clicking on the small green circle containing an arrow to move the receipt to a selected charge. Once the receipt is moved to the desired charge, the receipt required icon turns blue. Continue to attach receipts from the gallery. You can also upload a receipt from your computer. To upload a receipt to your report, click the Receipts drop-down menu and select Attach Receipt Image. When your report has charges requiring receipts, they will appear in the Receipt Upload window. Select the appropriate charge by clicking in the box to select it. The Receipt Upload dialog opens. Click Browse. The Windows File Explorer opens. Navigate to the receipts and click Open. The file name and path appears in the Receipt Uploaded screen. Click Upload. The receipt uploaded screen appears. Note that uploaded appears across from the receipt name and the upload button is deactivated. Browse your computer until you have uploaded all your receipt images for each transaction. Please note the system only allows one receipt per transaction. Click Close. Once you have moved all your expenses to the report, click on the Print/Email link to open the menu. Select DISYS Detailed Expense Report. A new window opens that contains your expense report. Click the PDF button in the top right corner. Give your report a name that will be meaningful to you and easily distinguishable from your other reports. Click Save. Using your preferred email program, send an email to your client manager with the report attached. In the email, mention the exact amount of expenses you are submitting. For example, please review and approve the attached expenses. The total is $193.38. Be sure to CC your HRBP on all emails between you and your client manager. If your client uses VMS, you can attach a screenshot on the VMS approval screen. For GSOC consultants on projects with pre-approved travel budgets, please attach the approval from your DISYS supervisor. When the appropriate manager responds with an approval, save the email as an image, PDF, or HTML file, and attach it to the report as shown in the next screen. Your report can now be submitted. Click Submit Report. To attach the client approval email to your report, go to Manage Expenses screen. If you have multiple reports, select the correct one. Make sure none of your expenses are selected by clearing all the checkboxes. Click Receipts and from the drop-down list, select Attach Receipt Image. Select the saved client approval email and upload it to the report. Your report can now be submitted. Click Submit Report. A final review screen appears. Click Accept and Submit. A success message appears. Click Close. Your report will go to the DISYS Business Operations team for approval. Once approved, a report is audited by Concur before going to DISYS Financial team for final settlement. If your report is rejected, you will receive an email indicating the reason for rejection. Go into Concur and make any necessary adjustments, then resubmit your report. If you have any questions, please contact your HRBP.